Done.
Yeah.
Oh,
G'day, everyone across the world now. We're going live on everything. Is that right, Tom?
Worldwide. That's what they tell me, you know.
Now, Tom, you're Mr. Computer.
Mr. Computer.
Tell me
that's
about
what they
the
call me.
aspect ratio of on your phone.
Sorry.
How does it look on the...
It looks fine. I think you can make it full screen on the Instagram if you just, put it on the side.
Oh.
See, look, there's me. Yeah, see how it's working?
Yeah, it's not working at all.
It's not working at all. So.
Hello, everyone.
hello.
Marnie, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all right.
You getting it done?
Yeah.
Same. Tom, are you getting it done?
Oh, yeah, love getting it done.
I got moisturizer in my eyes and now I'm quite can't see.
More than usual.
Why were you putting moisturizer on so late in the day?
Because I had a shower late in the
I'm
day.
just confused.
I had a shower late in the day.
Right before you came here.
I had a nap and I woke up at 3:30.
Okay.
And then I had a shower and then I put moisturizer on, just a simple QV. I went into the city and put moisturizer on in QV in the common area at Max Brenner.
Okay.
And then some of that's protruded into my eye socket and is now burning the ball. But then don't worry, I put on my eye drops and I hope that they are helping.
Yeah, great.
Have you ever put an eye drop in, Tom?
Yeah, I went to Pyramid Rock when I was like 21.
Uh-oh.
And I sweated sunscreen into my eye.
Oh, that's that stings.
Yeah, and it
very
got so
much.
bad that I actually went to the paramedic tent, and my friends were laughing at me because I went to the paramedic tent, and then the paramedics were like, "You're right." I was like, "I'm seriously like my eye hurts so much I can't see. I don't know what to do," and they were like, "Okay, come here."
Do you often eye drop?
No, but I think I should. I'm not a beach person, but half the reason is any salt water gets anywhere near my eyes, and I'm just I just want to go home.
Look at us inner
Hurts
cities.
too much.
I'm
so fragile.
La Roche has a very nice one that doesn't hurt your eyes.
Yeah.
But it's like this much, and my head,
Lots
I
of
need
money.
4 bottles of it. 'Cause I got. How are the comments coming through?
Can I do a couple of comments?
Yeah, please.
course.
Thank you, Richo, for the 5.
As
you
always.
fucking
Thank
legend.
you.
Moneybags Richard.
Thank you to Dominic Borg for the $10 AUD. Says, introduced my mum to Donna back in 2021 and have since been sharing Donna in this pod ever since. Thank you guys for all you do.
Thanks, Dom.
And giving my mum and I many great times together. Mug was fucked.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
went to Mug.
Went to Mug. I don't know what the Instagram people are doing. I can't see it on my little screen. Hopefully.
yeah.
I've got a TikTok for you.
He's
Yeah.
got a TikTok.
There's a TikTok comment which just says talk D's.
Talk days.
So that's pretty direct. All right. Shall we crack in?
Sure.
All right, let's do this. What is the round we're talking about here? Round 4
Round 4.
of AFL, yeah?
Oh my God, I almost wanted to correct the judge who said it was round 3 of A for just like having banter. And I was like, he said it's week 3. And I was like, it's actually week 4, but it's round 3.
Yeah, it's round. We're in week 4. Week 4. Are we ready?
No, it's round 4. It's week 5.
Oh,
It's round 4.
round 4 week. It doesn't matter what
Doesn't
week.
matter what week. We don't go by weeks here.
Round 4.
Round 4.
Alrighty.
What's
Buddy, I just took off. I was at the air show there. I was up in the air. It's round 4 of footy. It's Thursday. And that means it's time to...
bounce that pill?
Nice. That was low.
Yeah,
You were
like
good.
that.
G'day, folks, and welcome to the Footy with Marns on your Thursday. It is a beautiful 23 degrees outside. Chance of cloud cover today, wherever you are, but the sun will come out to whenever. And my name's Broden. This is a Footy show, and today is our lead into round 4, and I'm joined by Tom as always. Hey, Tom.
Hey, mate. How are you?
Good. What are you doing?
Me?
Yes,
Nothing. What are you accusing me of?
you know what you did.
I know what I did. I'm doing mug lives this week. We got a mug tonight. We did a mug yesterday for you Auntie Donna fans. It was fun.
And as always, joined by Quill Award-winning journalist and star of the Footy. Please welcome Marnie Vinyl. Hi, Marnie. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
That's the way. What are you up to?
I'm also going to mug tonight, but I
Are
will
you?
just be a fan. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
9:30 start on a weekday, guys. Oh
Yeah,
my
and then I
God.
have to edit this podcast after that.
No wonder you're looking a little tired.
yeah, I'm dead.
How many journals? I'm just looking at your journal there with all the notes full of hot scoops. And I'm like, how many journals are you going through?
This is such a good question because I actually just finished my last journal. And so I've had to use this like brown leather one for today, but this is actually one of my feelings journals. So I feel a bit weird that it's got a lot of creative writing and like, you know, my thoughts and feelings.
You've got your hot
and then
scoops in your
it's going to
journal.
have just like 5 pages of Ryan Mansell's three-match ban. Like,
That's your feelings. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. So where do you go? Do you go to a typo? Do you go to a milligram? Where are you going for these?
oh, this is a beautiful answer, but I actually usually get gifted them.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of my friends buy me journals and things to write in.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Well, how did you like the footy last week? Do you remember it?
I do. Yes. God, footy is like a week. So much happens in a week. Because even I was thinking about it and I was like, oh my God, we didn't talk about any of the Mackay brothers last week. Should we talk about them this week?
Yeah.
But all that happened after our episode that Harry wasn't playing and
Yeah.
all of the gross discourse that happened and then the Ben Mackay and the Bronx cheers. I was like, it feels like that happened a month ago.
Yeah.
It's funny. As soon as we stop recording, something will always happen.
Yeah.
Like immediately after, like we'll turn off and then someone will say, oh, this just dropped.
This just broke.
It never stops. It's a self-manifesting, it's a wind farm.
And now we've got the media making even more headlines every night on agenda setters.
You tell them, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually going live. We're trialing. Do you want to tell them about what you're trialing this
I'm
in?
not trying nothing, mate.
Well, I see that we're live on Instagram right now.
And
Yeah, I didn't know
TikTok.
we were doing that. Oh, okay. Great.
What's interesting to me though is the wide shot.
Yeah, I don't know why it's done
Is
that
it just
though. It wasn't
nothing?
doing that on my phone.
It's just an in-between shot of you and I of the football on the wall.
Perfect.
This is a visual thing, but it's not doing that for me on Instagram. See, it's doing that for me.
It's just an interesting trial and we're learning as we go and I think it's sick.
Yeah, I hate it.
Shall we crack into the news?
Yeah.
Now, just for this week, we're back to our old sting, but we'll be back to it thick and fast once Tom and I get on top of our lives a bit more. But Tom, it's time for the news with Marnie Vinyl. Oh, looks good there. That's nice. Welcome. Now, I'm sorry, we're back to the old one for a while, but that's just to make you remember that you love the new one.
Do we all collectively love it?
Yeah, did you? Yes, absolutely. I did notice on your Bounce That Pill today, you did go down to register a little bit.
Yeah.
You want to bounce that pill.
Yeah. Well, if I knew it was going to be remixed, I probably would have done that the first time.
You guys could go into the studio as well and make an album as
Yeah.
well. You could work through it.
You come in,
Okay.
we'll have fun.
Would you
Alright.
ever spit some rhymes?
No.
You never say never. Do you know Eminem started in he started in Australian
improv.
media? I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either.
Tell us what the news is about.
The biggest news of the week would be Richmond's. Would be Richmond's. Now why can't I say Richmond?
Richmond.
Richmond's Ryan Mansell has had his 3-game suspension upheld by the AFL tribunal. He was charged with rough conduct and cited for pushing his opponent into a marking contest. The reason why this is particularly topical is that this is a new crackdown by the AFL after there was a lot of comparable incidents this year. Sam Lawler's jaw was broken in a pre-season game after Ruben Jinby pushed him into a teammate. Also, Mitch Owens was harmed and Kieran Briggs. Why are you laughing?
Because it's insane. Because
Right.
this has happened 7 times already this year.
Yeah. So in this particular case, it was St Kilda's Liam O'Connell who was charging back to contest a mark, and he lost his balance as a result of Mansell pushing him, and so he collided with Tom Lynch, which resulted in a concussion. And the tribunal found that he breached his duty of care because Mansell's eyes were not on the ball and he was not attempting to mark the ball, and he did not push O'Connell to then immediately gather the ball. As then on the other side, Mansell's argument was that he was looking to get separation from his opponent, and a lot of small forwards across the competition have come out in support of that argument, including Eddie Betts and Toby Green, who both said that that is part of small forward craft.
Small forward craft is to push out the way. Is that what it is? Or?
Yeah, to try and get separation from your opponent by pushing them out of the way. But it's obviously if you're pushing them into a marking contest where you're going to get seriously injured, a lot of fans have said, well, yeah, that's bad. We want to reduce injuries here.
Yeah.
And the AFL said, fool us once, shame on you. Fool us twice, shame on us. Fool us 3 times, shame on us. Fool us 4 times, shame on us. Fool us 5 times, shame on us. Fool us 6 times, shame on us. 4 7 times, you're out.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be feeling a bit, and he is feeling a bit hard done by Ryan Mansell because...
I mean, I agree with it. I agree that it should be a thing that's called out, but also it was it's strange that it took till round 4 for it to happen. Richmond fans, I know, are very upset about it.
Yeah, because he's playing really well for them.
And it's this discourse around the pushing into them thing started with a Richmond player getting injured in the contest.
Who broke his jaw, number 1 draft pick.
Yeah.
Haven't even seen him play, and he already breaks his jaw.
So that's fair. It's an interesting thing, and it's a thing for people to be upset about this week. But I think it should be a suspension or a.
Yeah.
How many did he get again?
3 games.
Three's a lot.
Well, it's kind of like if you agree that it was severe and careless and high, you have to go by the law.
By what's the rubric?
Yeah.
The rubric that
Yeah.
teach. When I was a teacher for a month once, I had to learn how to make a rubric, so I could work in the tribunal. What other news is there?
Well, talking about number 1 draft picks, Ash Centra has not even played a single game yet. The number 1 draft pick for the AFLW in the first fully national draft went to Collingwood, has already signed to 2027.
Wow.
End of 2027.
Okay.
That's great.
So there was how do you say
Ash Centra.
Ash Centra?
Yep.
And they're from Melbourne or from Perth?
Sale.
Sale. Okay, so they're Victorian. And then the next one is the D's took Molly O'Hare.
Yes, you didn't take Zippy Fish.
And then Zippy Fish went 3rd to Sydney.
Sydney, yeah.
They all look guns. They're all so young, though. It's actually freaky how young, like 18-year-olds coming into the league now. But
yeah. But with one of the biggest gripes from AFLW fans is like so much movement with their stars. It's so good that she's signed for longer at Collingwood.
Yeah.
Especially because Collingwood only won 1 game last season, or they didn't win a game.
Is
Gold Coast.
They beat Gold Coast.
Controversy.
I may have pulled this right out of my bot, but is she a ruckman?
She's very tall.
Yeah.
I would say forward.
Yeah, right. They're going to build around Centra.
Yeah. Yeah.
They can call the what's the Lexus Centra.
They can.
Very good.
Collingwood, you can have that for free.
Yeah, I like that.
What else is going on?
It appears St Kilda play water polo, according to one Tom, after Broden left them out in the round wrap. So I just want to put to you, Broden,
Yeah.
who did St Kilda play last weekend?
Richmond.
Oh, nice. I was for
Very good.
sure you wouldn't know.
I just forgot, perhaps.
I actually spoke to Nick Rewald about this.
Did you?
I said I was on his show and I said, "How come your fan base is so entitled?" And he said it's not entitlement. It's us against them mentality that St Kilda have more than any other place at the moment. That
it's
comes from
pride.
the president down. The president is very one who will shoot shots out. But my response to forgetting is I'm like, what's worse? It's a bigger loss to lose to Richmond than to win against Richmond and then be upset that you're not mentioning winning against Richmond. Was what I like. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, St Kilda fans, I love their personality. They are violent. But I genuinely forgot. But I will say, this show is 4 people, and no one mentioned in this room. I
didn't notice.
I
Tom
wasn't
didn't notice.
here.
Patty didn't notice.
You didn't notice, Marnie.
I wasn't here.
But I rang
out.
you and did the rap down the phone to you, and you said, "No, you've missed no one." You remember that phone call we had?
I don't fact check Broden. And when he's doing it live, I'm like, wow, this is so fun and crazy and
It
cool.
is fun. It's also, I think, under probably appreciated how hard it is to actually do that every week.
I'm just putting the thumb up for the Instagram people.
Just watch it normally, Broden.
I just think it's fascinating. And yeah, no, the frame for Marnie is fantastic. But yes, no, it's good.
Collingwood, so the team lists aren't out yet, and this is dependent on that, but Collingwood are set to field the oldest team in VFL AFL history against Carlton.
Get stuffed, really.
So this was an ABC piece by Cody Atkinson and Sean Lawson. But if they name Scott Pendlebury and like many of their other veterans, then this week they will break the record that was last held by Geelong in the 2022 Grand Final.
How what's the average age? Did they
That
say?
is a great thing that I should know.
Maybe about 27-ish, maybe.
It
Yeah.
has to be,
Old.
At least.
The oldest team ever since the 2022 Grand Final. Is that what it?
Yeah,
Yep.
which is long.
Where there was all like, we're
And
too
they
old, too slow,
They won.
too good.
They won that game.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. And I wonder how old Carlton's team is. who are going up against them. We can talk about
Oh, right. I see. It's like, how is this relevant? But yes.
They
that
are
makes
very
sense.
old, but I would say that their best players, and please shoot me down, Tom, please shoot me down, Marnie, but Sidebottom still, I feel like, is in their best 5 as far as impact on ground. Is that fair?
He can turn games.
He turns games. I said the other week, he ducked out of a contest and then turned the game around himself and won it against the Bulldogs. Still incredibly impactful.
Yeah, I'm going Nick Dacos. Then I'm going probably Darcy Cameron. And then after that, I'm up for, your Pendles and your Sidebottoms to come into the conversation, I reckon.
But this is a part of a growing trend in the AFL. So 12 years ago, players aged 32 or older made up less than 1% of all AFL players. And now, well, as of last year, that number increased tenfold. So everyone's getting older. And that's because of obviously like advanced training and sports science and like a lot to do with like better recovery.
Yeah. It's happening across the league. LeBron James is 50.
It feels like every club has a veteran or two, like your Travis Boak, and then at Melbourne.
Maybe we'll start to see people going out with 2 weeks hair transplant replacement because everyone's so old. Little comedy joke there.
Very funny.
Yes. What else? What's story? Give me the next story.
Should an AFL captain be meeting with a rival coach mid-season? This is very topical after out of contract Oscar Allen met with Sam Mitchell, obviously only at round 3. So a lot of people had a lot of things to say about it. And I don't want to hone in just on Oscar Allen because I think that is unfair. I think this is something that happens quite a lot, but it is an interesting discussion point. And Ross Lyon did say that when it comes to meetings like that, it's kind of becoming where the gloves are off and everyone's getting a little bit more aggressive where their approaches.
So what did it come out that Oscar Allen met with Hawthorn?
Sam Mitchell.
When did he meet with him?
So Sam was in
Perth.
Perth.
Really had to reach for that. Perth for a match that they had, right? Hawthorn recently
correct,
played in
yeah,
Perth? No, they didn't. I don't know.
At some point,
At
they've had
some
a
point,
meeting.
they met.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I mean, Stephen May the captain of Suns when he went to Melbourne?
Absolutely. And so was Tom Lynch, captain of Suns when he went to Richmond.
My like hottest take, and I think that people will freely disagree with me here, but I would love, just because I love club loyalty so much, that a stipulation of becoming captain is that you are now part of that club forever and that you can't leave unless there's a very big or decent reason to, because I love the idea of that like added weight to captaincy. It's like you're buying into that, you're properly buying into that club by becoming captain.
I'm sure that he's very upset that it's gotten out.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's such a bad look. But there's 2 tiers of captains, I think, as well. Like there's captains who are in a team that's developing and they're just a young, great leader. And almost like they have to, being a captain is kind of an honor, but that's different to a Dangerfield or a Darcy Moore or a Gawn or something like that. Someone who's been at the club forever and will never leave. But just knocking on some wood. But like as opposed to the young ones who are just stepping into that position, because Stephen May and Tom Lynch went through, and Oscar Allen have gone through years of like have had awful stats for their careers, and so like it's in one side good on him for leading and saying I'm going to help this team. But then it's such a bad look for West Coast. And also Hawthorn need to stop taking good players. I'm already upset about it. I already got Barras from over there. Or is it Barras?
Oh my God, I actually have that. Yeah, it's Barras, because I was chatting to someone today who is a non-Victorian club person who was like, it is so frustrating that AFL media suddenly give a shit about how to say his name correctly. They've been saying it wrong this entire time. Yeah,
exactly.
It's Barras.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it's yeah. Did you were talking about that? Rory Sloane had an Instagram presentation from St Kilda.
Yeah,
I love that. I thought it was so
because
cool.
you can't paper trail it, which is so
incorrect.
So he made a burner.
Yep.
And then they made a burner.
But how did they know to make burners? Who's getting in contact saying make a burner account so we can contact you with our burner account?
Yeah.
That's made from non-burner accounts.
So that's
How'd
in
that happen?
person, right? So that's in a little coffee, right? I assume. Like
Yep.
it's coffee. If you want to continue
After
this
party at the Brownlows.
conversation, then follow this account here. And then we'll send you some stuff.
But like,
Yeah, right.
I assume.
We should become a burner and start messaging players and saying, "Here's our pitch for you to join the Western Bulldogs."
To join the footy with Broden Kelly.
You start another burner and start talking.
Yeah, I love it.
It's so weird that Instagram was the pathway for Rory Sloane there.
Yeah, it's so interesting all this stuff that comes out about this. And Ross Lyon was really pushed on, who did you have meetings with? Who did you chase? And he wouldn't name names. But like, there's so much of this stuff that goes on. And that really, for me, softens this Oscar Allen stuff. It's like, it's clearly everyone has the conversation. Do you know what I mean? Like,
totally. And I do, to balance out my take that captaincy shouldn't be able to leave, is that it's also then what happens if you become an Oscar Allen and you're out of contract and you have no bargaining chip to get paid what you think you deserve.
Yeah, because you were loyal.
Yeah. Because I think that, no, I won't say that. And there's other players, just in case you want to keep your eye on, other players. This is 12 players that The Age did. So Mark McGowan for The Age he talked to a lot of club people anonymously to be like, who are the players that other clubs are looking at?
Oh.
So obviously Oscar Allen is one of them. Sam Draper, fine with that. Harley Reid, Zach Butters, LDU, Matt Rowell, Maynard's one of them.
Yeah.
Chad Warner, obviously. Pickett, obviously. Lee Kalia, Brandon Starcevich, Tom DeKoning, and Miles Bergman.
Really?
Interesting.
I didn't know about Lee Kalia.
And Isaiah Wanganeen-Millera.
The thing with Leak is he's not playing. So a lot of people he should be playing. Come to our club. Like, you should be playing.
It's I like the movement. There might be a big trade period, but then also some of these fall apart and some of them come back and everything like that. But Butters, I think, is all but gone. Like, he's very gone.
Really?
Yeah, but his contract until the end of 2026.
Yeah.
So the end of next year. That's a long time away.
But you have more trade value now than you will next year because you can offer someone on 2 years of a contract versus someone who is on 1 year of a contract and then can leave again. So you're getting a bit more potentially there. Just in the Instagram chat, I wrote, help me, I'm off camera, but I had to rush and I accidentally wrote, hemp me in of Canberra.
But yeah, I still don't understand how to fix it, but on mine, it's fine. So I don't know what's...
I just like it.
Do you want to close yours and open it up again so it's normal?
No, I love it. Hemp me in of Canberra.
But I'm worried it's a you thing, not a Instagram thing, but good to know. We can discuss it after the pod.
It's also not working for Paddy's. He's holding his up.
Why does it work on mine though?
We'll just cut this from the.
I was going to say.
But it's
Is it to do with this thing? Yeah, this is silly. Let's just forge ahead. I'll just cancel Instagram for next week.
what other news, Marnie?
I would just quickly like to say that this week it was Trans Visibility Awareness Day, and I know that trans people listen to this, and you're just the most attacked minority in the entire world, and your constant joy in the face of that is so impressive, and I'm so glad that you're here.
Absolutely. Second and Marnie, well said.
Should we talk about the Broden and Marnie bet for the D's / Essendon game that will be happening on April 12th, my birthday?
It's it's moved away from me. I feel less confident this week about it.
Oh, because I feel more confident for you.
No, I feel more confident for you.
Yeah, if we were playing this weekend, absolutely. But Essendon coming off a bye, and Essendon play so badly when they're favourites, and they're going to be overconfident, and they're going to, like, all the teams play badly after byes.
I have a stat for you.
And also, like, you need a win at some point.
Yeah, I got a stat for you, Marnie. Who in the games that Essendon versus the Melbournes in Adelaide, who's won them all?
Essendon.
Correct.
Yes.
So you
that
just
Barossa Shiraz.
Yeah, you beat us at Adelaide Oval in drenching weathers in 2023. Yeah, okay, let's talk about the tattoos. What are we thinking?
Well,
people sent through lots of cool ideas.
Okay, yeah, because I was I do feel like a tattoo is very finite for a home and away game, and I'm not opposed to it, but I did like someone said that the loser had to wear full kit of the other person's team and just like walk around the city or something, and I don't hate that idea.
Yeah. Well, do you prefer that sort of fun visual of walking around the city and that stuff, or a back piece of my head? What's
back piece?
Yeah, hell yeah. Because I was thinking of all the different planes I'd like to get.
Oh, okay, we can stick to the tattoo bet for sure.
I was gonna get like something here. Because you got a cool one there. Yeah, I want to get a cool one here.
Yeah.
I want to get on my arm, my bicep. I'm pointing at. Like MH370 or less full on, maybe an Ansett plane. But then I was like, would a white tattoo look weird on my white skin? Would you be able to see it?
Why do you want a white one? Why?
Because planes are white.
Oh my goodness. But an outline.
Yeah, the Bombers plane is black.
But I'm gonna get an Ansett or an MH370. That's the thing. Is like you can extrapolate from a demon any kind of picture.
Oh,
you
because I
want, you know
didn't
what I mean?
hate someone suggested that cowboy character.
My cowboy character.
I don't know. I thought that was funny.
The cowboy character.
Cowboy character.
No, yes, cowboy. People have got cowboy a character I played tattooed all across them.
Actually, I can't because then people will come up to me and talk Auntie Donna and I won't be able to do it properly.
Why would you? What you don't want to be so blessed as to have people come and talk to you about Auntie Donna?
I think why don't you have 2 twin towers with the sun's logo behind
Tom.
it, like a setting sun, and then a Essendon bomber plane.
Oh, I need you to draw up a.
Yeah, someone
Oh yeah, do we have an artist
Canva it up for
listening
me.
that can do a
Yeah.
Ansett plane?
So 2
and I'll
towers.
have a cute little demon.
Yeah, cute little demon for Marns.
We're going to turn it around too, Marnie, but. And then all of your little social content about Broden being sad will just go out the window.
It's funny.
Oh, it's fun. It's comedy
it's
festival.
evergreen, Broden.
It's not evergreen. It's timely. Who we got this weekend? Geelong in Geelong. Yeah, oh yeah, fuck, great. Okay, so we can do, but I am also very up for walking around the city. I think that could be absolutely a thing.
No,
we do.
if you're happy with the tattoo, that's fine. Also, because I've already got 8 tattoos and I reckon 6 of them are bad, so that's fine. Just add another to the leg.
Great tattoos. Will Gibb,
Thanks.
comedian from Sydney, who is from League World and from that whole world, big TikToker, billions of followers. He said independently, he's staying, I won't say where he's staying, but he's in Melbourne for Comedy Festival and he saw a bunch of Essendon people said, Essendon people are very not good looking. And I was like, and like he said that at a show and he got boos and jeers and but he's like, I can't believe, he just said it flatly. We should get him on to discuss it. But yeah, I disagreed with him, Marnie, don't worry. But I said that's unfair, but he said it.
Will would be a great footy with mates because he has no, idea about anything.
Yeah.
So I get asked all the time as a journalist how I feel about ChatGPT, and I don't use it, but I did use it today, and I was actually kind of impressed. So I asked ChatGPT to write a motivational speech for the Melbourne Demons.
Oh, Marnie, that's lovely.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's called Underdogs with Heart, Let's Go D's. And I'm going to change all of the we's to use.
Okay.
This weekend, you embrace who you are, the underdogs. You've been counted out. You've been overlooked. But let me tell you something. The greatest stories in sport aren't written by the favourites. They're written by the fighters. The ones who rise when the odds are against them. That's exactly what you are. You've faced setbacks, doubts, and expectations that didn't quite match your true potential. But when you're an underdog, you don't just play
Dramatic
for
pause.
pride, but for passion, for every fan who stood by this team, even when the world thought you weren't good enough. You play to show your heart, spirit, and belief will always
Wow.
rise above the rest. The D's know how to fight, how to push beyond limits, and how to leave it all on the field.
Wow.
When everyone expects you to falter, that's when you strike.
Wow. That's not that far off a Simon Goodwin press conference.
Yeah.
Just generic words. Yes, we need to win more and lose.
It goes for a lot longer, but I could see you just trying to talk all the way through.
Well, I was like, I'm getting too excited, Marnie. I'm too revved up by it.
So you laughed at that line, but I actually really loved the line, the greatest stories in sport aren't written by the favourites, they're written by the fighters.
That's
Because
there's
it'd be
a-
lifted from a novel. That's how AI works.
Yes, exactly. I know. I get so annoyed. At the fact that that's not a concept that people seem to grasp.
What's the top line? What's it called again?
Underdogs with heart. Let's go D's.
We should just release that as a book.
Yeah.
And just put it. See, we'll move a few boxes of them.
Yeah, 100%.
That's great. Thank you, Marnie, for that. I'm so revved up now.
Great.
I'm so revved. I think we'll get. Do you know we have 4 very big ins tomorrow night? Oh, yes, tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Cozzy, Caleb Windsor, Jake Lever, someone else. I forget who.
Yeah, you
maybe
told-
just
you
those
told
3.
me, but I can't
yeah,
remember.
but no. So we're getting our cavalry back, but still we're going to lose by maybe they'll outdo their greatest win ever against us in 2011. We'll see.
Maybe.
Geelong have already lost 2 games this year.
They are 2-2, and soon and Judd McVie is the other one that's going to be joining us, and they will become 3-2 as of about 10:30 Friday night. Any other news any articles, Marnicles?
Oh, I also wrote, talking about trades, obviously Clayton Oliver's name gets thrown up when it comes to the trade table. But I really like
Colliver.
Caden McDonald's tweet on this, saying he turned his life around, averaging 30 touches for the most out-of-form side in the comp. Feels like the Oliver trade headline is a bit lazy at round 3, all things considered. Could celebrate how far the man's come. And I think
That's
that
a nice
is
point.
really fair. And also, is there anyone that you'd like to celebrate?
Marnie.
Oh, that's so
for,
nice.
for a lovely book of In Your Thoughts, the news. I thought they were fantastic.
Okay,
and
great.
Tom, I'd like to celebrate Tom. Do you want to tell him about the news of Atlas today?
What did he do today?
He went to the art gallery,
Oh yeah, he went to the art gallery. What's it called?
NGV.
The NGV, and I went to see one of my wife Eleanor's favorite artists.
Who?
And I don't know. And he ran free and he jumped over the barrier and he started attacking the sculptures, and it was the most embarrassing moment of her life. And she had to take him out, and she's really upset about it. And she's
Yeah, I
not
bet.
taking it out on him, obviously, but she's like
Is he
shaking.
maybe he's an aspiring member of that orange group who just defame art around the world for climate change.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Poor Eleni.
Shout out Atlas.
Yeah.
Shout out Addy.
Yeah, he's a rebel.
Yeah, shout out.
He's going to glue himself next time.
He's gonna go. I want to go see the Mona Lisa. Why? I just want to look at it. I'm bringing this. I'm bringing this glass destroyer. Great. Shall we get into a little thing that I like to call in the news? Tipping.
Tipping. Tipping.
There you go.
Welcome to tipping, everyone. A very exciting week of tipping. Where are we all sitting in tipping? Are we all right in the middle? Are we right at the back?
I'm literally right in the middle.
I'm literally right at the back. Out of 40,000, I'm 35,000th in the AFL world.
Do you mean 350,000?
Anyway, yes,
No, it's just double checking for real.
I got 3 tips last week and I suck.
Oh my God, I got all but Bombers.
Wow.
Congratulations, Marnie.
you.
Who did, yeah.
I got 5.
Shout out to Maxiboy, who is leading ours, who's 23, and then Katok, which is Caitlin, Leo, Brandon, all at the top with 23. I feel like 23 is very good because I only have 13, so they're 10 clear of me already. I have no clue how to tip, and I am awful at it. But I'm not emotionally. It's not my personality. It doesn't own me.
Yeah, you being wrong is part of your personality for sure.
Oh, God damn you. God damn you to hell. Tonight, the game of all games, the decider to whether I think that Michael Voss should go up on Saturday. It's Collingwood taking on the Carlton Blues. All reason says that Collingwood win this game, and 88% of AFL fans believe so as well, tipping them outright. 12% only tipping Carlton to do that, to do what they wanted
To do the deed.
help me.
It's interesting because I really don't feel like it is that clear cut as the percentages would suggest. I do think Collingwood will win, but I'm going to tip Carlton because Collingwood's coming off a bye. That makes it really hard. Carlton absolutely drew a win. I still think they're a good side, so I'm going to tip Carlton.
They are the oldest side in the world this week, Collingwood. Marnie, as you said. How are you feeling about this?
Oh, it's just that Carlton is so frustrating to watch at the moment because also Carlton can start really strongly and then they just let it go where
Yep.
Collingwood come home really strongly.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point. They might start, Carlton might get ahead and
Yeah.
then Collingwood will come home as a pretty...
Oh, I like it. I hope that has narrative. I hope it's not just a bloodbath.
Yeah, and it very well could be.
I hope it's like so close. Imagine.
I'm personally interested in how Beer Deluxe will be on Thursday night at about 6
really
o'clock
nice.
and whether it'll be unbearable where I'm spending a lot of my time. By the way, they have a Vegemite loaded fries.
Yeah.
Oh my God, fuck yeah. Is it good?
Yeah, it's got bacon on it, but I'm sure you could ask for it without bacon.
The McLean's
think I've
Vegemite and cheese frozen pizzas.
Yeah,
That's my comfort food. I can't have them in the house because I'll just finish them.
Vegemite ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegemite's do you know there's a place down here called Fluffy Torpedo?
Yes.
Ice cream place.
Yep.
And they have like basil and Vegemite flavored ice cream and stuff. I had buttermilk pancakes flavored ice cream the other day. Off chops.
Yeah, I want to get that.
It was very sweet.
Have you
would
been
hate
there,
it.
Tom? You'd love
No,
it.
I'm
I've never
gonna-
heard of it
I'm gonna-
before you mentioned it.
I'm going to
Yes.
take you on a date.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm tipping pies.
Yeah, same.
I'm tipping pies only by 6 points though. What did you tip 'em by?
Carlton by 14.
Friday night at GMHBA Stadium, 98% of tipping. Geelong.
Cast your mind back to that fateful day. 193 points.
You asking me to do that?
Yeah, because that's going to happen again.
Great. I was in New York City on my first ever overseas trip. It was
Yeah.
and I started to get messages back from Australia because you couldn't really listen. It was before. Not to lean into the I'm old joke, but you couldn't watch it or listen to it.
Yeah.
And I just started to get messages from people going, oh no. So I recall it happening, but I was overseas, but I felt it in New York City. You've obviously got to tip the Cats. I hope the D's, turn up. Look at what Saints did the other week.
100.
What is Geelong's record 2-2? Isn't it? We just said this. We literally just said this. What do you think the D's need to do to win money?
Kick some goals, I reckon.
Thoughtful and accurate. They hate Cozzy. They really hate Cozzy. He always kicks their butt.
Yeah.
So they'll be looking out for that. Geelong, what do they need to do to win, Tom?
I mean, kick more goals, I'd say.
This is the insight you come here for. This
Yeah.
sort of
Interesting. I feel like if your midfield shows up, you might win the midfield battle. You got a better ruck and a better midfield group. So
I feel like our midfield clearance is the weakest thing about the D's at the moment.
it's funny because on paper,
Yes.
it's extremely strong.
It's been like that for like 2 or 3 years, and I just don't understand why.
Yeah.
You're like, there's that footage of Rao this week just breaking away and doing clearance after clearance. I wonder why. It felt actually like when our backup ruck, Aiden Johnson, went in, that we were better at clearance because people prepare for Gawn so much now. I don't know what to do about it. But I do know what I'm going to be doing on Saturday at 1:20, watching the Gold Coast Suns take on Adelaide Crows, their first home game.
Oh, this is interesting.
They've only won away this year. They should have had their game in opening round, but there was a cyclone
Yeah.
off the ocean, but it came in and became a heavy rain thing. The cyclone never hit land.
Yeah, it became I really liked all the news reporting had to say ex-cyclone.
Yeah.
Alfred.
Yeah, ex-cyclone. Yeah. 70% of people are tipping Gold Coast against Crows, which is fascinating to me because there's been so much chat about how the Crows have arrived.
Yeah, I really like the Crows.
Phil Thorpe, incredible player. Fogarty, Tex Perkins, Tex Walker is still good. Why?
So you didn't mention our favourite player, the nicest man in the world.
Ben Keys
Jeez.
with the greatest haircut. Now, Marnie, here's a challenge for you and I. I reckon there's no way that I predict that he won't tip the Suns.
We talked about it last night.
You had a chat last night?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Well, I'm going to predict that you're going to tip the Crows and you're going to say that these are the moments when we fall down. We've had 2 great wins and our midfield will get trounced by theirs. And I think their forward line, I don't think our back line will do anything. Mac Andrew didn't look great last week.
Well, you warmed into it. Opposite of what I thought, actually. I genuinely feel like
Here we go.
it's a bit rough on down the back line without Charlie Ballard. Obviously a huge loss, but they've also lost Rochelle, right? Mm-hmm. So that's their best player, easily. By
Their
miles.
best player?
Oh, yeah, he's an excitement
Okay,
gun.
well, I think Rankin might have.
I'm overstating just a little bit. But yeah, I genuinely think that if this wasn't away from home, if this was in Adelaide, I would give us 0 chance. But it's harder for the Crows to win away from home. They're not as good. And we, historically, very, very good at home. So yeah, I think the Suns will win.
You're tipping the Suns.
I am.
This is a turning. This feels like optimism.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to be optimistic this year. I should have tipped them last week, but I was,
Did you tip the D's last week?
Yeah, because we lost to D's 12 times before. So yeah.
Yeah, this is. I remember as the D's got good, there was a year when we started to break all the long stats.
Yeah.
Winning at Marvel, this and that, and this might be the year for the Suns where you just eke into the 8 and you start to break all these hoodoos.
Yeah, I think we'll win, and I'm tipping us. But if Adelaide won, well, that also makes so much sense. You know what I mean? Like, they're great.
These are our texts last night. Me. Dad wants to know if you want to put a block of chocolate bet on the Suns Crows game.
Cute.
You. The problem is we'll lose. Can I bet on the Crows? So you know.
Yeah, I've turned around since then, Marnie. Now
It's a
that
big turnaround.
Now that you've forced me into betting on the Suns, a block of Tony's chocolate, I've turned it around.
Or Tony's
I love
chocolate.
that. Yeah.
Oh,
Fancy.
high-end.
Dad didn't
My
know what
decision.
that was.
Yeah, I had that.
Welcome,
yeah.
Greg. You're a bit
Oh, sorry. He wants bullets.
raspberry.
Licorice bullets.
Very Adelaide.
If Crows
thing to do.
win.
Yeah,
it's nice.
I would that. No, I
Very
wouldn't
nice.
do that. I'm going Crows.
I don't know what to do. I'll go Gold Coast just because I'm on the fence and it's their home.
Yes.
Good stuff, Marnie. Well said. Go with the home team. Saturday. This is a funny one, right? This is a funny one, right? Because this weekend there's only one game at the MCG.
Yeah.
There's a game at Marvel. There's not that many games in Melbourne this weekend once the weekend kicks off. And then next week it's Gather Round, and then the footy leaves Melbourne for a little bit.
You're right.
And the last game at the G for the weekend is Richmond versus Brisbane. Which is, I've seen posters around. Poor old Richmond doing a home game. They've been putting up like street flyers and trying to come down and watch a murder.
Are they going to have fun activities for children there?
Oh, there'll be activations, Tom. You should maybe take Addie down.
Yeah, because I'm home alone with him on Saturday night, so I was thinking of taking him.
Yeah, you could do an afternoon. It's a 4:15 twilight.
I mean, I'm expecting to perhaps leave within 5 minutes, but
There'd absolutely be activations there.
yeah, because last week with the D's, they had, I think it was family round, so they had like mini golf and stuff.
DJ truck, you get your face painted. How funny, every time there's an activation for an outside thing, it's like, there's stuff for the kids, there's face painting. It's always like for my whole life. Come down to the air show, there's stuff for the kids, there's face painting. Got balloon animals, there's face painting.
Yeah.
Everyone's always face painting. I'm going to tip Brisbane to win this game.
I think so too, but Richmond.
A curious thing I'd love to know, and I don't think we can get the answer quick enough, but is this Brisbane, how many games are Brisbane going to play at the G this year?
Great question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
There's no, but I know that the Giants have played it, and I know the Suns have played their only games at the G for
Port.
the year. And Port.
It's Port. Isn't it GWS and Port? His Suns also played.
No, Suns have still got a few.
Oh, okay.
so
I
it's Port
think-
and
I think-
GWS.
My mistake.
Because they're going to Gold Coast Richmond, I think. So unless that's at Marvel.
That'd be lovely.
It could be
Yeah.
at Marvel.
Brisbane Lions have 3 games at the G this year.
Yeah, great.
I'm a bit disappointed actually that I don't get to watch GWS on the G again until potentially finals.
They're a big sound. But they get sent to places because all the Victorian teams have their deals with places around Australia where they get their tourism money from, and everyone goes, well, obviously we'll put that game when we're not going to get attendance anyway. Why would you send Collingwood versus Melbourne to Alice Springs when you can send Melbourne versus GWS to Alice Springs? So poor old them. That's why they play in some. That's why they go to Launceston, to Alice Springs, to Darwin,
totally.
to Coober Pedy, to. So everyone's going Brisbane, I imagine.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Marvel Stadium that evening, Swans versus North.
This is a tough tip.
The Luke Parker Cup.
Yeah.
Fun fact about Swans that I found out yesterday morning.
Okay.
South Melbourne Market. Do you know there's a whole Swans store
No.
every day of the week
that's
in
cool.
South Melbourne?
There's
That's
also a dim sim place there.
That's the two things that are there. I walked into this store yesterday, the Swan store in South Melbourne. I said, "What are you doing here?" And the girl was like, "Oh yeah, it's the Swan store."
That's
I was like, "Wow, why? We're in Melbourne." They're like, people come. I was like, "Where from?" And they're like, game days, weekends, the market. I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
That was bizarre.
That's awesome.
But it's clearly working for them. I bought $220 worth of stuff for my mum.
Did
Fuck
you
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She goes for Carlton. No, she goes for Sydney. I'm going to tip. Do you know? I'm going to tip North Melbourne.
I'm
just
going
for
to tip
fun.
North as well, I think.
I'll
Yeah.
tip Sydney to be different.
Yeah.
And they're properly good, and they were coming fresh off a bye last week. Is that right?
Yeah, and Sydney are coming off their bye this week, which,
Oh yeah.
No, Sydney are coming off a bye as well.
Yeah. I know
North.
what you meant, but but yeah, I don't know if North are good enough. But Marvel, they're a vibe there.
They're a
They
vibe.
they rock the house at Marvel.
Yeah, I actually feel like I'm leaning more towards North.
Yeah, I convinced you. This is why I do. I convinced people to
What's
tip
the
Melbourne
vibe?
over Suns last week, and they were upset with me.
I'm going to go North. Also because I love the narrative of North being a competitive side this year.
Yes.
And then NG Stadium. Giants are home. 99% are tipping them to beat the West Coast Eagles, led by Oscar Allen. I think that's pretty straightforward. I think Giants are going to just start racking up W's.
Should be that.
agree.
I'm going to say, oh my goodness. After the first quarter against Hawthorn, they only scored 2 goals. 3 quarters. 2 goals. AFLW score.
Yeah.
GWS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're playing in conditions.
Yeah.
Shut up about the low scoring.
Yeah, there was the wind.
I was losing my mind a little bit, yeah.
That leads to this whole discourse about the roof and the wind being a large part of that as well, apparently, with Tassie. It's 'cause
Well,
of the wind.
fair.
Sunday, 3:20 Adelaide Oval, a gather round precursor, Port versus St Kilda. Saints were just there. They 2 weeks ago.
Were they? Did they lose
Adelaide
to Adelaide?
Crows,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
they did. Yeah.
So they had to go back again. Poor old Sainters.
This is a tough thing as well. It's like if Port don't win this, like it's proper season over if it wasn't already. Like this is a must win for Port, and I don't know if they're up for it.
Well said, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Such
a line in the
conviction.
sand moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is though. Like they've had 2 horrific losses.
They're 3 down. No, they won one.
Did they?
They beat
Yes.
beat Richmond.
Yes.
So then they could go. Yes, they. I don't know. I don't actually think
the
they should
losses
win
were
this.
brutal. No, I'm tipping Saints. I think just off Saints being up and about a bit, albeit against Richmond, but you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, the Essendon game was shocking.
Richmond play minute form maybe a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
perhaps.
I'm going Saints.
Fuck yeah,
Hell yep.
people won't like that.
I'm Saints.
I don't care.
Saints. I'm backing them in, and if you win, you'll be in a wrap. So congrats.
Or not.
And then the last game of the round, 5:10, Optus Stadium, Freo versus Bulldogs, the garlic match. Fremantle. What's their record sitting at the moment? Where are they sitting, Tom?
They have not won a game, right?
Fremantle haven't won a game.
No, they've won one.
They've won a
lost
game.
3.
They've lost 3, and
Well, they just beat West Coast
that's one.
and they lost the other 2. So against real opponents, they haven't won.
Rude. And they got doggies over there. They could start to build their season now, but the doggies, without any players, are very good.
Oh yeah, they are.
Are they
I
getting-
like the doggies.
We got so much feedback from doctors around Australia with our discussion about their 23-year-old
And I
medical
was
student.
correct.
What's their name?
Sam Davidson?
Sam Davidson. He won't be a doctor.
No, he's given it all away.
And what?
Broden was like, "Can't you do it part-time, surely?"
And everyone
Silly
was
Malacca.
like, and all these doctors were like, Broden,
You don't understand
I'm
how
a doctor.
serious it is.
I'm a doctor, Broden. You can't just become a GP. You've got to specialize in GP, Broden. And I was like, calm down, doctors.
Yeah, but he could somehow go into medical science, someone was saying.
Yeah, you could go
Because
into
he's done so much work and then
Yeah, right.
you just probably can't practice as a
What-
surgeon or GP.
What's a
or
medical
whatever.
science do?
So I think you research like Ebola and shit.
My thesis is on Ebola and shit.
You know, you go more into the science of medicine because you've learned so much about it and then you can go into research or whatever.
My 28,000 word thesis is on
Yeah.
Ebola and shit.
Or you might like try and cure cancer or work out a cool machine for finding, you know, cancers in feet or something.
Wow, that's so specific. Cancers in feet.
That's just the sort of things you could do in medical science.
And you can also like lead out and play the wing for Western Bulldogs, can't you? Is that where he plays?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he's a winger.
Yeah.
Well, I'm tipping dogs.
Yeah, me too.
I am tipping Freo for sure. Freo, you better show up for me, Malakas.
Yeah, I'm. This is outlandish that I've gone for them.
Yeah.
So yes, no, it's a very exciting game. I think there's going to be some blowouts. Unfortunately, I think. I don't know where they'll come from. I think they might be Thursday night. I'm so sorry, Carlton. But if not, I'd be so happy to see that. Anything else you both would like to add?
I don't think so.
If you've come to my show, I really appreciated the support every night. Has been absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I have something to add.
Yeah.
5 stars in the age
For who?
Yeah.
for you.
Oh, me.
That is so cool.
I didn't realize, but I'm the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Well, yeah, because I remember when Will Anderson did his episode, he mentioned like 4.5 stars or whatever in the age.
Who? He got one.
I think so, yeah.
He got, no, well, yeah, that means I'm half a star better than Will Anderson.
I
That
was
is,
like, whoa. Well, I just mean that it's not easy to get 5 stars
yeah, well, it's very nice.
out of like 50. No.
Yeah. It was lovely. It's very nice. The show's going very well. It's a very strange little room, and I hope people come and enjoy it.
Yeah, but you're about to do that big one.
And then I go to a big room.
Yes.
And that'll be weird. But then it'll be great too.
Are you excited to do it in a big room?
Yes, I am. It should be cool. We should do this thing that you're doing now, where our mates in the coming weeks. You want to interview me?
Yes, I do.
I think that would
I
be
have
great.
so many questions.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
That's actually scary now. This is
Every
going to be
time
like,
you say something interesting, I jot it. Yeah.
oh God, what have I said? I don't have to be accountable for what I've said, do I? All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching all around the world, whether you've been in Greece or Melbourne or Adelaide or Perth, probably one of those three.
Or
But if-
Bathurst.
or Bathurst or Melbourne. Have a great week. Enjoy the footy. I hope your team wins, and we'll see you soon. Bounce that pill. And thank you, dear audience, for chatting along with us there. I think a very successful stream across multiple platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
Hell
was
yeah.
one donation I've got to read out.
Hell yeah.
From Daniel, $5 AUD.
We're rich.
Love
Thank
all
you,
of
mate.
you guys. Can I share my Tassie song idea? It
Yes.
should be Ramen grunting the lyrics, and the players have to do that after a win. Thoughts?
I think that's great. Just going, just sounds like no words and it being like a humana, hey.
And everyone just makes it up on the night as well.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, I think that would be really good. Like a real chant. That'd be fucked
Yeah,
and
it would be,
strange.
yeah,
And like,
yeah.
because I think one of the best intros in the game is when Carlton start their chant with da 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 da. That's actually a really cool vibe. So I'm down for that.
See the bombers fly up.
I'll read this out. I'm from Sally Marns. Loves the freedom. Marns, love the freedom ABC are giving you for your articles that matter at ATM.
Me too. Shout out to the ABC. Don't defund it.
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about this off air. Interesting chat with Raph Epstein this morning. All right, everyone. Have a great week. I'm going to go do a comedy show. Have a great night. Bounce that pill.
Love you. Bye.
See you later.
Keep it